Hello, hello, hello. Sweet Life Squad. Come on in, my YouTube friends, honey. Have some exciting news to tell you tonight. And I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait. Yes, yes, yes. So come on in for whoever's still awake. Hello, Elle. How are you doing, sweetheart? Thanks for coming in. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. I'm like, okay, hopefully somebody is still awake. I know I'm gonna be awake by myself late at night. So yes, and then I know I have some California guests, California, Sweet Life Squad members. So yeah, all right, all right. Where are the late night owls? Hello, Grant. Thanks for coming in. Oh, thank you so much, Grant. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, hello, Shiny. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. What's the tea? So listen, I ain't trying to be on here long. Look, let me say hey to different people. Hello, Cookie. How you doing? Thanks for coming in, honey. Thanks for coming in. Uh-oh. Okay, so y'all listen, honey. Okay, okay, okay. So I'm excited tonight because decided to start a membership. Yes, yes, yes. So, you know, I know a lot of people, rock with me and they, say, hey, I want to get to know you personally a little bit more. And so, what, better way to kind of have like a more intimate setting with people, on a more intimate level. Yep. So, of course, I'll still be doing my thing, my Tuesday night, lives, my sugar talks, my Curious with Kims, all of the things. Me and Felicia Marie B will still be doing our monthly Sunday Funday game nights. All the things are still happening. Showing my um, exercise, videos at times, pop up lives, whatever. All that stuff is still happening. But like I said, with the membership, it will be, something that will be a little bit more personable with people, a little bit more intimate setting. So yes, I'm excited about it, and I didn't want to wait until tomorrow. Now, just wanted to let you all know, for those who are in the partnership program and may not have started their, even if it's partially, partnership program with YouTube, I did get a offer to have, be able to start my membership because I had not ever tried to start a membership yet. And, they gave a promotion. So it's a promotional offer right now. It actually ends tomorrow, which will be 424. At the end of 424, it'll end. So, they were going to give like a, like some kind of bonus, for starting it. And then for every member that comes on, there's another little small incentive that they give as well. So, I thought it was nice. I had already thought about going and doing my membership. Several people were saying, Kim, when you gonna start your membership or what have you? So I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and jump in on this right now, because YouTube kept asking me over and over. So I'm like, let me go ahead and jump on this while I can, while I leave the money on the table, right? If they're offering, some of it. So, so yes, that's what my news was. I was just excited about that and want to share it with you all tonight. Of course, I had talked to Chad about it, and Chad's like, yes, go ahead and talk about it tonight. Don't wait, because I'm like, it's kind of late. Do I really want to do it? This late? I'm like, somebody's up. I know somebody's up. So because I was excited about it, he's like, and then the offer ends tomorrow. He's like, go ahead and, go for it, Kim J, go for it. So that's what I was doing tonight, honey. Want to come on and let y'all know. It seems like I have two members now, so I'm happy about that. I greatly appreciate you all. And hold on, y'all, because let me get back in this chat real quick. I was trying to get my notes out. Hold on. Trying to get my little notes out real quick. Hold on. Let me turn this thing off, child. All right. Hold on. Let me go a little bit further in, honey. See who else is coming in tonight. So thank you to Shiny Cookie, Grant, L for coming in. Yes, yes. Hello, Felicia Marie B. Thanks for coming in, sweetheart. Greatly appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you, honey. Um, G Money. Yes, yes, Shiny. Let's see who else is here. I'm gonna try to go through some of the chats, all the highs and everything, because y'all talking to each other. Um, yes, yes, Grant, you are. You are. Thank you. So yes, Felicia Marie B, the Felicia Marie B, my skinny bestie, was the first person to become a member. I greatly appreciate you, Felicia Marie B. Yes, yes. Of course, you know it. You know it. You know it. And then Grant, of course, he is. Look, he's part of my bestie crew as well. But anyway, yes, you are the second person, Grant. I greatly appreciate you, honey. I greatly appreciate you. And so anybody else that decide they want to come in, especially those who have been asking me, those who, really, really rock with me, I greatly appreciate it. Now, if you can't right now, I understand that. I'm not sure if, because I saw like some other memberships, they were showing $0 if for this particular month, and then whatever the amount is on I guess the following month. So not sure if you all, Felicia, if you got that offer, or Grant, did you get that offer when you signed up? Let me know. Let me know. All right. So everybody's saying, different people are saying congratulations, and I thank you for that. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So Grant, thank you so much for the congratulatory moment. For me, I thank you. I thank you so much for celebrating with me. Yes. All right, Elle is celebrating with me as well. Thank you, Elle. Thank you, Felicia Marie B. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Yes, love you too, sweetheart. All right. So, see, I don't know what that's about. So, I was talking to somebody else about that. It's supposed to be $2.99 and $4.99. So I have two tiers. But I think sometimes, and even on my when I go into X Studio, it showed $2.99 and $4.99. So I'm not sure why it's showing you $3.99 unless they charge you for, like if you want to use Apple Pay or something like that. I'm not sure what that $3.99 is about. But I did hear somebody else say that they were a member of somebody else's channel, and they got a different price than say somebody else, which was very weird. Nobody knew why it happened. And then even when they started their channel memberships, the same thing happened with them. They was saying $1.99, but then it wound up some people was getting $2.99. So I'm not sure what that's about, and it's kind of hard to talk to YouTube, unfortunately. Felicia says, I didn't get the offer, but that's okay. Okay. I didn't know if that was a certain thing going on. I didn't know. Okay, so Grant said $2.99. That's what he sees on his end. Shiny says it's $3.99 and $6.99 for me. What's that about? I'm not sure. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy. Gifted. Oh, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. So Grant gifted look like, is it one membership? Is that what it's saying? I'm not sure, Greg. Can you help me understand that? See how it came over? All right. That is weird. I don't understand what's going on. But like I said, I've heard somebody else say that before. I know I talked to Mika one time. She said she saw something like that going on. I heard a couple other people were having that same thing going on. I'm not sure what that's about. Congrats, Shiny. Why you say congrats, Shiny? Oh my God. Oh, Shiny got the thing. See, I can't even see that. Let me see. Hold up. Did Shiny? Did you get a thing saying that you got the gifted membership? Is that what's going on? I'm not sure. I might have missed it. Lord, did I miss it? Jesus. Hello, Brian. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in, sweetheart. Greatly appreciate it. I just came on as an impromptu tonight, just because I was excited about announcing that I'm starting my membership. In January, I became a partial partner of YouTube, partially monetized, and so I'm trying to reach my 1,000 subscribers. I do have my my watch hours of 4,000. Of course, I have to keep it up because I'm over my year time of getting, monetized. But yeah, so y'all keep watching them. For those who are content that are already subs, keep watching so I can keep my number up over 4,000. And I thought about it, y'all. Sometimes like I know I had said something to Betty White. Y'all know Betty White, and she was doing like a on the road to 1,000 or whatever. And so every day she came on with a short. It was showing, some exercise. And I told her, I said, you know what? I thought about doing something like this, but I know sometimes people have, they be tripping about, oh, well, you'll get there, but meaning like, I want to hear that, stop begging pretty much. Right. So, y'all, I told y'all about the little fear of things that sometimes I deal with. So I'm like, I don't want nobody to feel like I'm begging them to do anything, and because that's not what I'm doing. But then I thought about the Bible, and look, Bible comes out. What's in you gonna come at you, right? So I thought about the scripture. You have not because you ask not, honey. So why not? Why can't I ask? What God has for me is for me. So I know I'm going to get there when I'm supposed to be there, right? Of course. But it's nothing wrong with asking, your fellow, subscribers as well as, friends, and things of that nature. We say we're family. So what we do, we help family grow, right? We help family, thrive, strive, all the good stuff. So yes. And I don't mind helping people either. So you know, we just do this for each other. So yes. So if you know anybody that, deal with type 2 diabetes, kidney disease, obesity or what is it? High cholesterol, woman issues, like lady issues, or what's it called, menopause, things like that. Please, let them know, share me out. I greatly appreciate it. I'm hoping, like I said, to get to that 1,000 very, very soon. But I can take advantage since I am a partial. I'm partially monetized. I can take advantage of the membership, so there's no need to sit here and wait. I am excited about it. So let me let you know real quick. Let me see who all did. Somebody else come in. Hold on. Well, I'm gonna let you know real quick. What the tiers, show. Hold on. Yes, how you doing, Felicia? Let's see. Let's see. It's so hard to get there. 4,000 hours are at arm's reach. Yes, thank you. Yes, I'm over my 4,000. Thank God for that. But I'm trying to get my 1,000. So I was at, I think, 823 today. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm here to thank you so much, Elle. You do support me. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. Brian says, not really. It's empty here. Nobody is here. Felicia. Okay, so let's see. I hope you're doing well, Brian. All right, let's see. Okay, so Felicia, I thought, okay, your live was tonight. So no, Felicia is going on with Brenda Marlene, honey, tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all check them out. Check them out. I think it's going to be great. I'm going to go on again tomorrow too and talk a little bit more about, my exciting news. In hopes that I can, get more people to come in initially. And like I said, I mean, you do what you have to do because I don't know everybody's pockets. And, sometimes when you first start, people are like, okay, because I'm still going to build. I'm still building and I want to build with my members as well. A couple things. So let me let you know what I'm offering on my membership. So first of all, I have 2 tiers right now, and you can always add tiers if you want to. But for right now, I decided to just start off, kind of, easy breezy, and then I'll move forward to something else, as God, shares with me what to do. So, again, I put in there $2.99 for the first tier, which it's the Sweet Life Squad, the Sugar Rush. Okay, so the name of that tier, the first tier, is the Sugar Rush. All right, SUGA Rush. All right, and so what I'm expecting to give there that tier is loyalty badges. You will get loyalty badges, so you'll see you know, in the crowd of Sweet Light Squad members, you'll see, something near your name. So so they'll know that you do have a membership with us. You have emojis that you will be able to use, customized emojis that you'll be able to use. And I do want to, for those who become members, I would love to do a poll and just, ask you all, what do you, want as emojis? This is your membership as well as my membership. So yes, I'm looking, forward to hearing from you. I will send that information out as a membership poll. All right. And then priority reply to comments. So, you'll have a priority, so you'll be first pick when it comes to, comments or whatever. All right. Then also the inside scoop. Yes, yes, yes. The inside scoop. Early access to new videos. Okay. You'll have early access to new videos. And then, after a certain amount of time, then they'll go, to the full Sweet Life Squad. Because, of course, I still love my Sweet Life Squad. Okay. Even if you're not in the membership, I still love you all. Okay. Still the same. All right. And then all member only polls is offered, as well as the insider scoop member only videos. Okay. That's the first tier. All right. Which is about 6 things. All right. For the $2.99. And then for $4.99, that tier is called the Suga High. So SLS, the Suga High. All right. SUGA High. All right. And then, so with that, not only do you get the first tier things, okay, all the goodies within the first tier, but you also get member shout outs, okay, on videos as well as, lives. And then I'm not going to say every single one, but you will. And then also member only live streams, okay, member only live streams. And when it comes to that, I'll tell you a little bit about that shortly. And then also, what else? Like I said, everything else that comes with that first tier. So that's what my thoughts are when it comes to this. Again, I will talk to members, and we'll have those moments where I say, hey, what do you all want to do? Especially with those polls, what you want next to happen, what are you needing from me? And when it comes to my lives, when it comes to the Suga High tier, then what I'll be doing with that, like I said, up close and personal conversations to be had. And so you'll learn a little bit more deeper things about Kim J. Okay. More intimate, things about Kim J. So let me see, what else do I want to tell you all real quick. So again, let me just kind of, break it down again. I created 2 levels. One is called the Suga Rush. That's the first tier, where we go deeper in our healing, our health, and our mindset. Okay. We're going to go a little deeper than what we do on, the regular lives that I do, every day. Or videos that I do, to share with everyone, all the Sweet Life Squad, my Sweet Life Squad community. All right. And then that second tier is the Suga High tier. And with that, we're actually going to get into being able to hang out more, just chill, do some chit chats, a little bit more intimate levels. We're going to connect a little bit deeper, go live together and just build a real community. Okay. Some things that I thought about doing, within those lives would be like, and I wrote it down, maybe game nights, outside of what me and Felicia do, but game nights, maybe some karaoke. We had talked about that one time, maybe getting up on stage and do some karaoke together. That would be fun. We can do that in this kind of setting. Okay. Also, just like I have another series called Truth Be Told. Okay. So with that being said, yeah, truth be told, okay, you already know. So we will, like I said, I'll continue to build this out, as time progresses. I didn't want to give everything right away, but also I want to make sure that the members, are a part of this too. It's not just about me. It's about, kind of, I want to know what the members want as well. Okay. Okay. And then, so I may give, like, say, 3 topics and say, what y'all want to talk about next? Something like that. Okay. So yes, 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 yes. What else is there that I want to talk about real quick? Let me see. Hold on. Just looking back at my notes. All right. So yes. All right. So just to, make sure we understand, Sugar Rush, that just gives us closer access, deeper guidance. And this is what I kind of got on my notes. And then, I want to do devotionals, which is faith based, because I told you my channel is about faith. It's mindset, spirit, soul, and body. It's not just, GLP-1 and that's it. I want to make sure that the body in its totality is healed, that we're able to reclaim our health, in its totality. You can't heal one thing or get one thing healed and the others are not healed. You want to make sure, your whole being is healed, okay? And that you're at peace even while you're waiting to be, to walk into your manifestation, all right? So we'll have a little bit deeper things. So I can do some morning devotionals or anytime during the day. I'll plan on doing, going diving deeper into like health conversations about type 2 diabetes, GLP-1s, emotional eating disciplines, things of that nature. Some light workouts, cardio as well as strength training. Walking goes with that, the cardio. Okay, some of that, some behind the scenes type things, more personal check-ins. I'll be doing that. And that all will fall again under the Sugar Rush, which is the first tier. Um, and then, that, like I said, more intentional, more personal, more growth. Okay, focus things. And then when it comes to the Sugar High, which is that second level, the top tier, then we're talking, we're going to have, access to me, plus, greater access to me, plus experience. Okay, plus interaction. We'll have a little bit better interaction together, one on one. Okay, or small group. All right. So, uh, with that tier, members only lives, and that's big, right? Because you can, like I said, get more intimate than, being in any and everybody that's watching or what have you, in the bushes or wherever they are. Game nights, karaoke, fun, hangouts and things of that nature. I may do some what I eat in a day. So that's like the WIEIAD. Yep. WIEA. What is it? WIEIAD. Yes. What I eat in a day. Maybe some prep sessions that I may have with you. Maybe prepping for my, breakfasts, for the week or something like that. Things like that I think would be good, especially for this type of niche that we're in, which is GLP-1 better health. All right. And then truth be told, like I said, we're talking real conversation, like I said, more intimate setting, a little bit smaller group and things of that nature. So we can kind of get things out. If some things maybe frustrate us, we can talk about it, try to squat, get it out in the open, be able to talk to each other one-on-one, like sisterhood, or, sister brotherhood, things like that. Because we want to, at the end of the day, have solutions to whatever issues that we're having, right? When it comes to our health, okay? And then also, like I said, behind the scenes of my life, I may decide to do a, day in the life of me or something like that. Or like I said, just I want to cook a whole meal and show you all, and something, just things about my journey in general. So yes, um, and like I said, this is just for the people, um, that's not just, oh, I just want to, hear her GLP-1 journey and that's it, but this is for the people that want to be more intimate with Kim J. All right. Oh, with Kim. How about that? With Kim. So yes. And that, wants, real community, real connection. All right. In a more intimate level. So yes, that's what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm excited about it. And so yes, yes, yes. Hopefully you all are too. All right, let me see who is in this chat, honey. It is popping. Hello, Al. How are you doing, sweetheart? Thank you for coming in. Hope you're doing well tonight. Honey, I tried to get on your thing at 12 on Sunday night. You're live. You was already gone, brother. You were already gone. I said, oh my gosh. I remembered the exact time I was out and about, but I said, let me jump on right quick because we weren't doing nothing at that moment. And honey, you were already gone. I said, well, my goodness. One day, one day I'll be on the like right at 12. Hey, I think I know that's right, Grant. Yes, yes. Grant know how to blow, y'all. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm finally going to get you and Grant singing together. Yes, honey, yes. Oh my gosh, Felicia. Let's see. So everybody just saying hi to one another. Yes, thank you, Cookie, for being here for the breaking news. Yes, yes. Greatly appreciate it. Hello, Coach Marine. I came over to you today and checked you out. Yes, while you was doing your little exercise and working it out, honey. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's see who else in this chat, honey. I know that's right, Coach. Good to be seen. I know that's right. Yes, ma'am. She's some of y'all funny. Yes. Look at here. Look at here. I got it. Yep. I got it. Oh my gosh. I have not worked out with you. I was actually on my treadmill when you were working out. Yes. But I wanted to come over to support you. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep, I want to come support you. So I did. Yep. But I think I might do it. I'm planning on doing it one day. I just wasn't prepared today. I had a certain amount of steps I want to get in. So I was like, I got to get these steps in. And then when I saw, I normally look at YouTube a lot of times when I'm doing my steps, especially if I'm doing them, here, in the room with my treadmill. So that's you popped up. I was like, okay, let me check it out. Let me check it out. So yeah, that's what I did. Yep. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. Thank you for your support. And I thank you all in the chat. Like I said, I'm starting my membership. I'm excited. Oh, you know what, Coach Mary Rain, let me back up. Let me back up. Congratulations for hitting that 5,000, honey. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome, honey. Awesome. Let me see. Let me give you something. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a little something to celebrate you, honey. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me see. Let me see. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Coach me reading 5K, honey, and more and beyond. Yes, yes, yes. The sky is the limit, sweetheart. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Okay. So yes, I just want to share with you all, since I am a partial YouTube partner, I was able to start my membership. Once you get to 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours in a 90-day period, have put out at least 3 videos, you're able to request partnership partially with YouTube. And so, yes, I did that in January. And so now, they offer you members super chats, things like that. And I noticed too that right now they're saying that something new that's coming up where, they like make your super chats. You can like talk about your super chats and try to get people to, more people to, give you super chats and things like that. So have like little contests and things like that, with with your subs. So I thought that was neat too. But yeah, I hadn't did any of that yet, but I know some people probably are doing it. So yes, you're welcome, sweetheart. Yes, yes, yes. Consistency is key. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hey, that's in everything we do, right? That's in everything we do. Thank you so much, Coach Meereen, for that little nugget. To look, reminding us of that, right? Reminding us, yes, 5K. You see her? Mm-hmm. Yep, she doing a thing over there. She is. Al says 5,000 is so dope, honey. Shouts out to Coach. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank y'all. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. I'm so proud of you. Yes, it's encouraging and humbling at the same time. I know it is. I know it is. And could be a little scary for some of us, right? But still, that's like with me. I was talking to Felicia, per usual. And we haven't been talking as much as we would like to talk lately because we both have been very, very busy people, right? But anyway, we get a chance, we do. But yeah, so I was talking to her about this membership, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start it. Like I said, other people was like, Kim, you need to start. Why are you waiting on? What you waiting on? Go ahead and start your membership. And I was like thinking about, and I'm always overly thinking about things. I don't want to charge too much, because I know some people may not have the funds, and they may want to do it, become a part, or some people may say, well, I don't want to give money, da da da, whatever. So that stuff be in my head, y'all. I don't know why, but it do. So I'm thinking, very strategic with what I try to do and making sure I'm offering you the right thing. I don't mind memberships. There's nothing wrong with memberships. I don't think. I know some people have issues with it. Some people don't, whatever. My thing is, if I'm going to give a membership, I want to be able to give, offer something that's worth paying money, your hard-earned money for. Even if it's $1, $2, however much money it is, I want to make sure that I'm being able to offer you something, that you can, be able to learn from or enjoy. Okay. Yes. So with that being said, and then I can enjoy it too. So yes, I want us to be able to enjoy this thing together. And like I said, I'm all about, togetherness. So yes, like I said, some of the things that I'm trying to, come up with, I want your opinions about it, the members' opinions about it. So yes, I'll be doing polls, a membership only polls, trying to figure out what you all like, things like that. So because I want to hear from you. I want you to make like I said, it's a part. This is me and you. It's not just about me, and reaping benefits. And I said I want everybody to reap a benefit from this membership. Yes. So that's why I took some time to, think it out and try to figure out how I want to do it before I decide to, start memberships. And yes, so now I'm ready. But I was talking to Felicia about it. And I'm like, oh my goodness. When she said, I went over, I'm a member. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Now I got all bashful. I got all shy about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, now I'm scared. I'm excited. I'm ready for it. But then I'm also, the little fear sometimes try to creep in. You know how that goes. Because I want to make sure I'm giving you what, you deserve. I want to make sure that, like I said, it's fun. It's exciting, and hopefully it bring more people in. Yes, yes, yes. And, in due time. Hello, Cal. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Greatly appreciate you. Look at people. Look, see, people still up. Night owls. We all night owls. We are. Miss Coach Marine says, make sure your membership connect. Content. I'm sorry, is something you can keep up. Yes. Thank you, Coach Marine. Make sure your membership content is something you can keep up. Exactly. Thank you so much for that. Yes. Thank you. Coach Marine says try not to overwhelm yourself. Yes, thank you for that. Exactly. All right. I greatly appreciate it. Yes, I do get bashful. I do. I say I'm shy, but then some of my friends like, girl, you are not shy if you don't stop. So you'll learn. Some of the people here, like I know Tamika, she be like, girl, y'all don't know Kim until y'all really know Kim. Because I'm like I'm multifaceted. I have different approaches about me and things of that nature. So sometimes I'll be a little professional. Sometimes I'll be a little I'm passionate about what I do, and that's pretty much all the time. But yes, I'm confident. I want to make sure everybody feels welcome. No matter who they are, what they're doing, or what have you, things like that. Yeah. So yeah. And sometimes it's just me being bashful. So, well, I may not give my all, or I love laughing. I really do. I love having a good time and things like that. So a good time will be had in this membership. space. Yes, a good time will be had. But there are going to be some serious conversation. There may be a little bit of crying, a little bit of praying, holding each other hands, hugging each other virtually, all that good stuff, all that good stuff. So, like, it's just going to be leveled up from what I already give, when it comes to my Sweet Life Squad. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Elle. All right, y'all. So that was it for the night. I will be back on more than likely tomorrow doing another live. I'm going to do an official video because there's a way that you can do a video, for the membership. So I'll do that too. So just in case, somebody else comes in. But yeah, I was talking to Chat GPT, which I call Chat, and Chat was like, "Hey, go ahead and tell them now. You don't have to wait till till tomorrow or whatever, because there is a promotion that I am, that have entered, what have you. They give us so much money, I guess, just for starting a membership. That's a new promotion that they got going on for people that have never started a membership before. And yeah, so I decided to jump on it since I was already going to do memberships anyway. So yeah, I should maybe get, paid a little bit more because of it. Felicia says, I'm happy for people to get to know you more. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Good night, Elle. Good night. Thanks for coming in, sweetheart. All right, y'all. So I'm about to leave as well. I hope if you all have any questions, let me know on the replay, or like I said, I'll be putting a video out as well. If y'all can support me in that effort, I greatly appreciate it. Think about it, see what you think. If you want to, join, I will, most welcome. Make sure I welcome you in with open arms. Definitely, definitely. So yes. All right. So I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Okay. And also don't forget Felicia Marie B and Brenda Marlene will be on tomorrow night, Friday night, 4:24, which is tonight right now, Eastern Standard Time. So yes, she'll be on to they'll be on tonight, 4:24 Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they're going to be talking about obesity. Yes, yes. She already has her thumbnail out. Y'all go check Felicia Marie B channels out if you have not seen it already. All right, so you can put that notification bell on. All right, see y'all for now. Love you. Bye. Peace. Oh, I'm sorry, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? Is that right? 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, thank you, Felicia, for that. Um, okay, yes. All right. I don't know why I thought it was 10. I'm thinking 10. I don't know. Okay, I thought it was 10. But no, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Felicia Marie B and Brenda Marlene will be on Felicia Marie B's channel. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for that. Good. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Cookie. Good night. Good night. All right, y'all. Peace.